Boom, ay, ay, boom, 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 boom. I don't know where that song came from. It must be music sometimes. I just be jamming for no reason. Anyway, hey y'all, this is Brianna Javon with Real Talk with Bree. I know it's been some weeks. I told you guys I was going to keep it going every Thursday, but I started releasing those episodes in December. Christmas came, and right back after that, New Year's came. So, yeah, I kind of took a break for the holidays, just to be honest. But we are here. We're going to keep this thing consistent, and we're going to keep it moving and grooving. So as you guys know, with Real Talk with Bree, it's just gonna be certain topics and certain things that I talk to with other people, and I'm just gonna bring it on my platform to elaborate and let you guys know my opinion on it. Oh goodness. And so the topic for today is living with your parents. And so just to give you guys a little backstory about me. I stayed in Houston for about 5 years. I went to TSU for my undergrad. It was for about 4 years. I stayed there and worked for Sprint for a year after that. And after, sitting down, thinking, figuring out what my next move would be, I decided to move back home. And so, really thinking about it, I don't have a bad relationship with my parents. I don't have a bad relationship with my family at all. So it really wasn't hard for me to make that decision. The only thing that was hard was leaving my own apartment, leaving my own privacy and things of that nature. But other than that, me and my mother, we get along very well. That is my road dog. But anyway, when I moved back home, it was very, very expensive. Had to get a U-Haul. Had to drive that all the way there. My dad and my brother came and picked me up, and it was a good time. And my also brother Tyrone, he helped me as well. Shout out to you. And yeah, we made that move from Houston to Dallas, and I haven't looked back since. I always thought about going back to Houston, but nah, there was a reason for me to move back home, and a lot of things have happened since I moved back home, so it seems like it's a good thing, right? But moving forward, I have been living with my mom for a couple of years now, and sometimes when the conversation comes up, I've noticed that some people frown upon it. The reason, I don't know, but I can only make an assumption of why. So, my opinion on the situation when it comes to moving back home, I can only let you guys know the reason why I moved back home. So I could have moved back to Dallas with a mind frame of get another apartment, have my own space and things of that nature. But I decided to move back home with my mother. The reason for that is because my mom said, if you move back home to Dallas, just come back home with me, stack up your money, and get yourself back in the groove like you was in Houston. I did not transfer my job when I moved back home to Dallas. And so how my mother presented it to me is get yourself back together, get your life right, stack your money and do what you can do while you're here in this situation. And so I thought that was a brilliant plan, and that's what I'm currently doing right now, trying to get my money right. As you guys know, I don't have a job now. So trying to get my money right, figuring out my life, figuring out a plan strategically, and doing things with intentional purpose. And so with that being stated, that was the plan when I decided to move back home. Now, when other people move back home, I don't know why. I can only speak for myself. Now, the different conversations that I have with people, it's frowned upon. They're like, you live with your mom, and I can get a little frown in the face. And I'm like, why are you so upset? Or I get you don't have a roommate, or you're not out here, living by yourself. And some people out here, oh, I wish I did have a great relationship with my parents to move back home with them, because I would save a lot of money, get a lot of things paid off and things like that. And so I get mixed reviews. Conversations are awesome when, things like this are presented in a conversation. For an example, I had a conversation with someone. We were talking about, cultures, the differences and similarities within the cultures. For an example, when it comes to living with your parents, other cultures do it all the time. African Americans, I don't know why we such in a delay when it comes to staying with your parents. I don't understand why. Um, you know, Everybody has their reasons. I may not get along with my parents, or, whatever the case may be. You may have the funds to live by yourself. Who knows? But what I'm saying, within that conversation, other cultures are doing it all the time. Like Hispanics, they will have a house full of people saving up money, having different jobs. They're doing what they can to get by to make sure that their little ones can grow up and not worry about money or worry about debt or anything like that. And so I respect situations like that where we can support each other and eat together. Why not? And so my current situation with me living at home, I always ask my mom, you need me to get some groceries? Do you want me to buy you dinner? Do you need me to get some detergent, some tissue? Like, what do you need from me to help out with anything in the household? Because you are allowing me to stay here. And so it's a true blessing. And I feel like we should do that more, just being there for one another and supporting people, because you don't know what the next person may be going through, but you frowning upon them and judging them. That's another thing. People always judge you living with your mom because you don't have no money, and I think that comes in with the male perspective of them living at home. You don't know, they could be living at home to take care of their parents. It could be several reasons why people are living with their parents. So just because you have a conversation with them, oh yeah, I'm staying with my mom, it could be a situation where he should have twisted it, oh, my parents live with me because I'm taking care of them. I'm taking care of the households because his parents could probably be sickly, or parents could be retired and he's just, at home saving up, may want to get a car, may want to travel. He don't have any kids. He doesn't have a girlfriend, so why should he be living by himself? It's all about that look of the bachelor pad and stuff like that. So you never know why people do what they do. Like I mentioned from the very beginning of this video, I did it because I wanted to go home and start all over. I wanted to pay off some bills, get my life together, figure out what I want to do, and make things happen. And my mom and I had a conversation before I decided to move back home to do that. And so with this topic, I wanted to talk about living with your parents because, you never know why people move back home. You shouldn't judge them because they're at home with their parents. You never know what the case may be. Somebody may have won the lottery and told their whole family to move home with them. So I just think, as far as the African American culture, we should adopt that more. I was talking to somebody, and please forgive me, you guys. I'm not sure what culture it is, but basically what they do, they have different salons. And so what they do, I think it's Filipino. I'm not sure. I don't even want to say it because I don't want to say the wrong culture. But anyway, they're in a household, cousins, nieces, nephews, the whole shebang is in this one household. They create an account for the next person that's about to either graduate from high school or college. And so with that account, the next person that's in line to get the next salon or move here and get a new location, they give them that whole account so they can know what to do with their business moving forward once they get out of that household. I think that is so brilliant and so smart because you've already trained them up, and so now you're giving them all the resources so they can continue to provide the wealth for the family. I don't understand what's wrong with that. Now, when it comes to situations where you just at home and you being lazy, you don't have a job, you just living off your parents, now that's a different story because that's when I kind of look at you crazy and I do a little frowning upon you. But for the most part, in my situation, I won't judge anybody from that because I know my mom moved back home to take care of my grandmother and grandfather once they became sick. And so I guess with life, you just learn things as you go. And so I just wanted to talk about that with you guys. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this. I just want to talk about real things in real life that happens, and it may be a popular opinion or an unpopular opinion. Some of you guys may agree with me and some may not. But hey, this is what Real Talk with Bree is about. Let me know anything that you guys want to discuss. Let me know any type of topics. If you want somebody to come on board, or if you want to come on board, we can set that bad boy up. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, hit that alert. From my understanding, you get emails every time there's a new video. So make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be exciting. Other than that, I am good. I am not clocking out, but I'm out. See you later. Toodaloo.